Hello, hi, I'm Sean Kehoe. I'm from Elmhurst, Illinois. Um, what we have here are some examples of navigation and ship utility during the Civil War. We have three different types of lanterns for lighting. Two of these are actually made out of copper. These would be for the Brown Water Navy. The Brown Water Navy are the ones who would patrol the rivers, making sure that nobody was trying to export or import illegal goods to the south. Brown water lanterns were used because the brass is a major component of bronze, which they were making cannons and other equipment out of, so they started using copper. This is a brass one, which would be perfect for salt water. You would be able to use this on your green water navy as well as your blue water navy. The Blue Water Navy is the large sailing ships that would patrol the trade routes, the United States trade routes. These would be the ones going to the foreign countries and destinations. And the Green Water Navy are the ones that would be forming the blockade around the South, so they would not be able to export their cotton and bring in weapons. Let's see, we have navigation, we have a compass and a sextant, and with these two tools they would be able to figure out exactly where they were anywhere in the world. Some communication devices we used on the ship. This one is called the battle rattle. This is what they used instead of a drummer boy. The infantry used a drummer boy, the Navy used the battle rattle. It was small and compact, and it would not, the problem they had with the drums is that the salt water would corrode the skinned tops of the drums. It wouldn't last very long, and they were constantly needing to replace them. So they didn't use drums, they used the battle rattle. They have the standard megaphone. This is a bronze megaphone. It just simply magnifies your voice. Hello! Welcome aboard. And then, of course, the bell. And they would be able to use the bell to communicate things, but the main thing the bell was used for was for time management. So what they did was, there was someone who had to make a log in the captain's journal every 15 minutes. So when he wrote that log in, he would ring the bell. Watches were very expensive during this point in time, and normally only the captain and the first mate actually even had one. Plus the salt water would wreak havoc to the watch innards, so they would end up failing. But the entire crew kept track of time by rings of bell. It would be rung 4 times per hour. That way you'd know what you were needed to do. And what time it was. This is an example of a monocular. This is what they would use to see off in the distance. It's collapsing, and this is how they would see out in the distance. A couple other daily tools. This is a spike which would be hammered into a hole on the side of the ship. What they would do is they would be able to twist rope around it, and it would keep tension. And as tension is being pulled on that, it would get tighter and tighter. You never tied a knot, you always use a figure 8 tie off on these. Then you would be able to take a mallet, pop it out of the hole, remove the pin, and the rope would be untied. There was no knot to undo. This is for untying knots out of ropes themselves. So you would use this if you had a knot in order to pry it open. Especially under tight tension, they became very difficult. The last thing I've got out here on the table, this is called a monkey ball or a monkey fist. What this is it is a single piece of rope that is braided around a cannonball, a small shot for a cannonball. What they would be able to do is they'd tie a small 1/4-inch rope like that onto this, be able to throw it from ship to ship, and then tie a larger rope off to that 1/4 inch rope and pull the large heavy rope over to another ship. So this was used for running lines. They'd be able to throw it up into the masts and pull lines up, things like that. So it was basically for running lines. And then of course you've got the grappling hook. The grappling hook itself, oops, I dropped something in the water, you could try and retrieve it, or for pulling ships together in order to do inspections.
Well, thank you for
All right.
inviting us aboard today.
Thank you.